All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we're going to completely bust the biggest myth in the creator economy right now. This idea that views automatically equal a flat, predictable rate of income. If you've ever stared at a massive view count and just assumed the creator was, swimming in cash, you are absolutely going to want to pay close attention to the data we're unpacking today. Picture this. You've got two hypothetical creators. They're working equally hard, they're posting on the exact same schedule, and they are pulling in the exact same amount of traffic. But at the end of the month, they're seeing wildly different bank deposits. Like, how is that even mathematically possible on the exact same platform? Well, here's the reality, and it's honestly kind of shocking. One of these creators is literally making 10 times more than the other purely based on the niche they selected. Channel A is bringing in $4,000 a month, while Channel B is barely scraping by with $400, all from the exact same number of clicks. It all just boils down to the underlying economics of what their videos are actually about. So we're going to unpack this whole monetization black box today. We'll cover the pay-per-view myth, CPM versus RPM, top niches for creator RPM, geography and content format, and finally, monetizing beyond ad revenue. Starting right off with Section 1, the pay-per-view myth. Look, the most crucial thing to understand is that views are not cash. A view is honestly just a request entering a pipeline. That view has to pass a whole series of checks: ad eligibility, the viewer's geography, and whether there's actually advertiser demand for that specific person at that exact second. If an ad blocker is on, and let's be real, we all know someone who uses one, or the topic isn't brand safe, that view pays exactly $0. Moving on to Section 2, CPM versus RPM explained. Okay, so CPM, or cost per mil. Basically, this is just what advertisers are willing to pay the platform per 1,000 ad impressions. And this number spikes massively when advertisers are selling high-value stuff. Think about, say, an enterprise software company or an insurance firm. They'll gladly throw down $50 to reach 1,000 targeted professionals, because just one single conversion could be worth thousands of dollars to them. But here's the catch. CPM, that is not your money. RPM, or revenue per mil, now that is your actual financial metric. This is what you realistically take home per 1,000 views after the platform takes its standard 45% cut. It's always lower than CPM because RPM factors in every single view on your channel, even the ones where no ad was shown at all. When you're forecasting your business, RPM is literally the only number that matters. All right, Section 3, top niches for creator RPM. This really gets to the core of which content niches actually offer the highest payouts. When you look at the data, the gold mines become super obvious. Finance and investing absolutely crush gaming and general entertainment. We're talking an average RPM of $25 to $45 for finance compared to a measly $1 to $5 for gaming. Like, that is not just a slight edge, that is an entirely different financial universe for the exact same amount of work. If you just put yourself in the advertiser's shoes for a second, it makes total sense. A credit card company is going to bid aggressively for someone watching a video about cashback cards, right? Because an approved application might make the bank $200. Contrast that with a mobile game publisher. They can only bid pennies because they're trying to push a $2 app download full of microtransactions. The intent of the viewer completely dictates the wealth of the creator. To put that into perspective, say you get 10 million shorts views in the high RPM finance niche. That could easily yield $3,000. But those exact same 10 million views in the low RPM entertainment niche, you might only see $300. Same views, same platform, 10 times the difference. Crazy, right? Which brings us to Section 4, geography and content format. Because it's not just what you make, it's where your audience actually lives. Even if you make incredible top-tier finance content, if your viewers are entirely located in emerging markets, your RPM is going to get compressed by a factor of up to 15. Advertisers heavily geo-target their budgets toward Tier 1 audiences, places like the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia, simply because that's where the highest purchasing power is. And on top of that, your format dictates how you get paid. Long-form videos, specifically anything over 8 minutes, unlock mid-roll ads. That one structural change effectively doubles your RPM compared to shorter videos. Shorts, on the other hand, operate on a pooled revenue model. They are fundamentally designed to be a discovery engine to get eyeballs on your channel, not your primary cash cow. Just look at this spread. One single penny up to 45 cents. That is the true RPM range for shorts across all niches right now. So while getting millions of views on a short feels amazing, this data proves that short-form content should really be used to build your audience and funnel them elsewhere, rather than trying to fund your entire business on micro payouts. Finally, Section 5, monetizing beyond ad revenue. The creator is actually making six figures. They aren't just sitting around waiting for platform payouts. AdSense actually only makes up about 45% of the revenue for top faceless channels. They aggressively stack high-paying affiliate links, which make up a massive 40% of their income. And then they round the whole shebang out with brand deals and digital products. And how are they turning out enough content to drive all this revenue? Well, they're eliminating the human bottleneck. Faceless channels are using highly optimized AI workflows to take what used to be a 12-hour manual production slog and compress it down to like 2 or 3 hours. That lets them scale up to 20 to 40 high-value educational videos every single month. And because today's algorithms care way more about raw watch time and quality than parasocial personality worship, these automated channels are just completely outpacing traditional creators. So if you're sketching out your channel's strategy, here is your direct, data-backed roadmap. Step 1, pick a high RPM niche targeting Tier 1 geographies, something like finance or B2B tech. Step 2, use AI tools to automate the heavy lifting and build a templated production workflow. And step 3, aggressively diversify how you capture value by stacking affiliates and digital products on top of that baseline ad revenue. If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, let it be this quote: "Consistency and niche selection matter more than chasing viral empty views. Treating your content like a targeted, scalable business asset is always going to beat chasing random internet fame." It's a complete mental shift. You have to stop being just an entertainer and start acting like a digital business owner. By focusing on highly valuable educational content in those high CPM categories we talked about, you make sure that every single view is actually working hard for your bottom line. You gotta stop optimizing just for the click and start optimizing for the conversion. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are your views building a scalable financial engine, or are you just entertaining the internet for free? Take a hard look at this data and rethink your niche today. Because as AI tools keep getting faster, the creators who actually understand this math are going to leave everyone else in the dust. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.